Hello, welcome back to my channel. We are going to dive deep into 5 pointers that I have for you today on things that I learned from my bipolar order, as well as life in itself that I've applied to my bipolar to be able to get through the shit I went through, okay? It's gonna be a little more on the serious note, but it is important and something that needs to be talked about, whether you are going through it yourself or are in somebody's life that has it. Regardless, it's good to inform ourselves to be able to help ourselves or the people around us that are going through the things that they might be going through, whether it be bipolar order or something else. So I hope you stick around to be able to dive deep with me, and let's get right to it. But first, a little RIP moment for my nails. This one's longer than this one. This one's completely cut down, but I just started a new job and I'm so sad because it's broken all my nails because my hands are in gloves the whole time, so they're soft, and then I'm working and they've just been breaking. So a little RIP moment for my baby girls. It's okay, they'll grow back. For the first one, we have that feelings pass. Whether it be a day from now, a week, 3 months, whatever, it will pass. Your feelings will pass. And with the bipolar order, there are a lot of feelings that come up and some that stay for a long while. But regardless, you gotta remember that it will pass. No matter what it is, it's bound to pass because things are always changing. The only constant is change, which is the second point. The only constant is change. And it's to the point that we could literally bet on it. That's how guaranteed it is, because it's the constant of life. Without change, there's stagnancy. With stagnancy, there's death. And that is not our plan here. That is not what we're here for. We're not here to die. We're here to evolve. As long as you hold on, which I know you can, because this too shall pass, you will make it. I promise you. So as many times as you need to remind yourself, just like I did when I was going through it, this too shall pass. Remind yourself, this too shall pass. I might be upset right now. I might be having suicidal thoughts. I might XYZZYXX. Regardless, this too shall pass. Remind yourself as many times as you need to, because it is important and it will help you hold on and get through what you're going through. And that's like my number one thing. If you don't get any of the other ones, that you remember that whatever you're going through will pass. The third one we have, with a roof like this, who could be homeless? And this is one that I've learned outside of my bipolar C, before it actually even happened. It was in my friend's journal, and they had a photo of the night sky with 1,000,000 stars, with that written across it, with a roof like this, who could be homeless? And it's true. With a home like the earth, you are never homeless. You always have a place. You always are welcomed and provided for in the earth, with the earth. Even if you have no address, you are addressless, because I don't believe there's homelessness. I believe there's addresslessness, which I've been before. And regardless, your home is where the heart is. Your heart is in your body. So wherever your body is, you are home. And that's a good thing to remember, because one thing that does happen with bipolar C is delusions and things appearing to be real when there aren't. Those negative thoughts that might come in is, oh, I have no place to be. Where's my home? Who am I? Where do I reside in this world? And that's a good time to remind yourself that I'm always home. As long as I live on this earth, I have a place. I could run to the earth and be held as many times as I need. I could be provided by the earth. You just have to know what things are edible. You could be fed by the earth and everything in between. So there is no homelessness here. There is addresslessness. There's no homelessness. Okay? And yeah, you'll always have what you need here. You just have to align yourself with those things. Even if you don't have family or friends, you need to reach out to government programs or even heck the police. I know there's conflicting feelings towards them, but there are good people that work in these systems regardless of the system itself, and we could go out and ask and get help. I know when I was in the height of my bipolar episodes, going through psychosis, not even being able to retain information for more than 5 minutes and just looping with my feelings and emotions, if my family didn't take me to the doctors and actually help me follow up and get me on medication, that's it. I'd be done for. I'd be on the streets just like other people that are, you know, I'd be that crazy person on the street because my chemicals were off, you know. So it's like one person not following up and checking in and stepping up for the people around them that could put us in those situations. So if you are going through bipolar episodes and you need that help, ask the people around you. If you don't have people, go and find someone that can. And like I said, if it's that dire situation, pick up the phone, call 911, do what it is that you need to do. The resources are there. You just might have to reach out. Personally, I had my father drive me straight to the emergency room because I was so desperate for help, not knowing what was going on with me. And it got me exactly where I needed to be, in a behavioral health center where I got the resources I needed to start my healing journey. And also, if you are not the one going through these episodes and you are just somebody in somebody's life that you know is going through, whether it's this or something else, go ahead and step up, go the extra mile. All we need is more love in this world, not less. Be that bigger person and do what it is that you can to help those that around you that you love, even if you don't really know them that well, but you know something might be off. Always go and follow up. You never know when you're saving a life and how much that can mean to somebody. We are each other's home within this earth, so let's act like it. Another thing that I do, because wherever it is that I sit, whether it be a park bench or I'm on the beach or whatever, I'm like, I live here now. This is my home. It's something me and my best friend do all the time. Wherever we sit, we're like, I live here now, you know, this is my living room. And it makes you view the earth differently, because if you're sitting down and it's your home, you're gonna treat it like your home. At least I do. And I see like trash and debris or whatnot, I always go and I pick it up, because if it's my home, I want it clean. I want it to take care of it because it's something that I care for, because a home is something that you care for. At least I'd hope so. So it gives you that perspective of, okay, let's treat the outside just as much as the inside, with just as much love. And it feels good. It feels good for me, for my soul, for the earth, for that relationship. Moving on, we have solitude is an illusion. That's number 4. Solitude is an illusion. This is a very big thing, because with the bipolar scene, like I said before, delusions happen. Things that aren't true become true. That illusion happens to make things that aren't true seem true. And that for me is because of both negative entities that come in and take advantage of our chemical imbalance and the chemical imbalance itself. I feel like they're both intertwined, because a lot of everything in the world is intertwined, so why would this be any different? That's just how I feel. I know a lot of people say, at least would hope we've evolved from it from back then. But back then, people would say the people that are crazy are just demonly possessed, and it's like, it's not just that. There is a medical side to it, but you're not wrong either. I feel like they're both intertwined, and my theory is that the chemical imbalance does happen within the brain, and then afterwards, because we are open and vulnerable from our mind not being able to function properly, these things come in and take advantage and try to bring us down even more, because they feed off of that for whatever effed up reason. It's kind of like a cut. You get a cut on your arm, the gash is open, it's opened for infection to be able to come in and wreak havoc. So the cut would be the chemical imbalance, and the openness is the vulnerability that happens because of the cut into our system, and infection is those negative lower entities that come in and possibly wreak havoc. So I think they're both intertwined, but regardless, these negative thoughts and feelings are there. Bipolar order, mostly on a depressive side, even with like major depression and regular depression, it happens, but I feel like bipolar order is steroids of every emotion possible. So the low is just really, really freaking low. So I feel it's just more concentrated. But regardless, we have to remember that it's an illusion. These things aren't actually real. You're not actually alone. You're not the first person to go through this, and you're not going to be the last person that goes through this, okay? There's other people that have lived through this and that have survived. Me being one. If you don't know anybody else, hi. I've done it multiple times, and I'm alive and I'm well, and I feel like myself again. So people have survived this. No, you're not alone. There is help. I hope that you are getting the help. Whether you are the only one going through what it is that you're going through that's around you, you still have people around you that want to see you get better, that want to help you, that will pass the time and talk to you day in and day out, and support you while you're getting better, whether that be in a mental institute or your actual family, which I was blessed to have both. And I know not everybody does have that, but the people that you do have, hold on to them. Take advantage from what it is that you need when you need it. If people are reaching out, let them in. I know there's a lot of emotions that can happen, and paranoia, as well as other delusions and such that might separate us and not allow us to reach out. Regardless of how you're thinking, reach out anyway. Even if it might not be the best support, any support is better than no support. And when you're stable and you're healed, you could go back and cut off what doesn't actually serve. You know, it's hard, at least for me when I was in it, to realize what was actually good for me and not, because my mental intuition system was off. My balance, what's that word, was off, so I wasn't able to consider things properly, and I just chalked it up to, okay, that part of my brain is offline right now. I'll just take what I can get at the moment, and when I'm better, I'll figure it out. When I'm better, I'll figure it out. I can make the adjustments I need to that actually align with my life and my feelings and my intentions. But for now, I'll take what it is that I have and run with it, you know? And I feel like that's an important thing to take account for. Like I said, some support is better than no support. Reach out, even though if you don't feel like it, just do it. It's better to have somebody than nobody, and it will get you through So that solitude is an illusion. Don't listen. Don't listen, girl. Don't listen, okay? We're getting through this together. And even if you have nobody and you don't know who to trust, you could always trust the earth. What did I tell you? Run to her. Be held by her. Feel her. Be filled by her. Cry it out and then ask to be filled with the strength you need to keep going. It could be hard because the cycling that happens with the bipolar order, but you could use Mother Earth as many times as you need to cry it out, to be held, to be seen. And just like that, you have a relationship outside of yourself that proves that you're not alone. Even the earth has your back, girl. Even the earth. You might be a boy. Even the earth got you, okay? Know that you're loved and thought of, and there's a plan in motion for your life, and this is just part of a bigger thing, and you're gonna get through it. Through these interactions, whether they seem small and inconvenient, they're not. People just need to be reminded and shown and have that consistency in their life. And it's okay if you need to tell yourself a million times the same thing to get through just an hour of your day. Do it because you're worth it. I promise it gets better. So let's do this thing. Number 5, we have, last but not least, freedom comes from releasing. Expression is liberation. Let me elaborate. Even if you're not going through big bipolar emotions, letting it out is always gonna help you in the long run, because just stuffing it in, not letting yourself cry, not letting yourself feel, is just gonna make you emotionally numb, and that's not gonna help anybody, mostly yourself. Your body will actually reject it. Letting ourselves feel through our emotions takes that weight off our shoulders. And there's a lot of ways that you could do it. I'm the biggest advocate for crying, okay? I'm a crier. I love crying because I feel such a release afterwards, and it just gets whatever I'm going through out. But that's not the only way that you can express and liberate yourself. Write it out. Get it out of your head. Write it out on physical paper. Just ruminating on your feelings, on your thoughts isn't gonna help. And you deserve that freedom from expression. It's going to liberate you. Like I said, you can write it out, you can move it out, you know. Do your martial arts, do your gym. You could dance it out, feel it in every corner of your body, moving out of you, moving away. That feels good for you, not for anybody else's gaze. Do it behind closed doors, in the privacy of your own home. Just you, yourself, your feelings, and God. That's all you need, and get it out. Regardless how you do it. It's gonna free yourself from mental fatigue, and it can only benefit you. With bipolar order, I feel like this is quite automatic because the feelings are just coming and cycling. So it's more so just flowing with the punches, and then once you're stable, then you could start sorting through what the real emotions were and the things that you actually gotta deal with and through. And it's a process, everything is, but you're worth the process. And little by little, each day, each time, each opportunity that you get to feel your emotions through, do it, get through it, and you'll find yourself better on the other side. Okay, that's all I got for you for today. I do have more of these, many more of these. Let me know if you liked it, and let me know what questions you have for me. I want to do a Q&A in the future about me, myself, my journey, some little questions to be able to, for you to get to know me more, since I am just a new person, mystery person here on the internet, with little context. So we're gonna fill in those blanks, okay? All right, thank you for joining me, in my art room that might have been a little bit echoey. I hope it wasn't too bad and you were still able to enjoy the video. Please subscribe, like, comment if you so wish, and I will see you on the next one. Okay, bye.